humans, it's just Martine and welcome to the first episode of the Kindle Clear Out challenge. I have about 865 unread books on my Kindle. This count is not fully accurate for two reasons. One, some of them are library books that I then return, don't intend on reading or something. But then two, a lot of them are actually bind-ups, so they're more than one book. So I don't have an actual count of exactly how many books I have on this Kindle. So I'm going to do this series to try and work through some of them, and I thought a really great place to start is with the oldest ones. I have all of my unread books up on Kindle, and if I scroll all the way to the very end, I'm going to read the first 5. So these 5 right here. Technically, Life of Pi is not a book that I own, but I checked it out on Prime Reading a really long time ago, have still not returned it. So I'm going to read that one. I'm going to read Girls Like Me, which is I think like a devotional type thing. I'm going to read See You Soon, which I think is maybe a mystery thriller. Humpty Bumpkin, which I have no idea what that is. I just know it was free and that's why I have it. And then Before Beauty, which I think is like a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Unclear, I guess we'll find out together, but I'm going to go ahead and download all 5 of these and we're going to get reading so that we can clear out this Kindle. It has actually been over a month since I filmed my intro clip for this, and I haven't gotten around to reading any of these books. So I'm going to make a commitment here and now that the next ebook I start is going to be one of these 5 books. I'm not really looking forward to them, so I think I'm at least going to start with the one that I'm looking forward to the most, which is Life of Pi. So I'm going to do that one. Tonight I'll start it. We have the Wonderathon live show in like a few minutes, and then I haven't done any reading today, so I'll read a couple minutes of that before I fall asleep, I guess. I'm officially going to start it and clear out this Kindle. Okay, so I finished reading Life of Pi, and I'm giving it 4 stars. Reading this book was interesting for a couple of reasons. One, I've already seen the movie, but it was many years ago. I think the movie came out right around the time that my brother was assigned to read this book in high school. And so he read the book, and then as a family, we watched the movie. But what I remember of the movie is such a good adaptation that while I was reading this book, I felt like I had already read it before. I have not, to be clear. That's how much my memory of the movie matched with what this book was. I will say that it might be the case that at any other point in the year, this might get a lower rating from me. It's quite slow and a little repetitive at points, but I just finished Wonderathon where everything I read had to be so fast, and I was reading a lot of mystery thrillers, which are usually fast-paced anyway, that to have something slow was actually so nice. If you do not know, Life of Pi is the story of this man, and he's on a boat with his family traveling to Canada from India. They are transporting some of their zoo animals, their zookeepers in India, and they're moving to Canada, and on the voyage, the boat sinks, and the sole survivor is this main character who goes by Pi, and he is stuck on a lifeboat, supposedly, with a Bengal tiger for hundreds of days. It's technically classified as philosophical fiction, and it's like partially a survival story, partially this think piece about religion, I would say. Because one of the interesting things about Pi is the main character that he establishes before we ever get to the part with the sinking of the boat or whatever, is that he technically practices 3 religions. He considers himself to be Hindu, Muslim, and Christian. And so he has like a lot of thoughts about religion in general, the context of religion, the practice of religion, God in general, and all of those discussions were very interesting to me. There were some great quotations in the book. Considering theology in fiction is one of my favorite things to read about, so it was not a surprise that I really enjoyed those parts. I think the parts I had a hard time with were not necessarily bad parts. When he's stuck on the boat, there are some genuinely disgusting scenes that totally grossed me out. I had to set my snacks aside while I was reading them, but I think that's a mark of really excellent writing in some ways. Yeah, so it was really good, but it also wasn't like one of my favorite books I've ever read. You know, it was solid, really good. I'm glad I finally got to it. And speaking of theology, I have started my second book for this vlog, which is Girls Like Me, which is technically a devotional about women in the Bible. I'll just work through it over the next couple of days. This normally wouldn't be what I picked as a book to include in this type of vlog, but it was one of the 5 oldest books in my Kindle app, so onto the list it goes, and then we'll see where we go from there. But starting with Life of Pi was good. I have this feeling that some of the other books are not going to be as good. The other books were free. I hold out less hope for them, but we will see. Okay, I have finished another book for this. It was Humpty, Bumpkin by Sam Cheever, which was a cozy mystery that I'm giving 2 stars. I feel like a sad reality of many of these Kindle Clear Out episodes will be a slew of low ratings, but regardless, I specifically remember this book because it was a book that I just searched on Amazon for like free ebooks, and this one came up and I was like, yeah, and I took it. Anyway, now I finally read it, and obviously by the rating, like, I didn't have the greatest time with it. In this book, we're following this woman, and on her land one day they discover a dead body, and since it's a cozy mystery, obviously she goes above and beyond the police and goes to solve it herself in this small town. And also in this one, she hires a private investigator to help her, and she really likes that private investigator, so there's a romance situation between the 2 of them. I didn't understand that at all. I didn't find it very intriguing. I finished it a couple days ago and I already can't remember who done it because it was so not memorable. Unfortunate, but that's my review, and we're moving on to hopefully better things, but we'll see. I don't have very high hopes, to be honest with you, but I am clearing out this Kindle. Hello, I am happy to report to you that I finished another one of these books. I finished reading Girls Like Me, which is a devotional all about women in the Bible, and I'm giving it 3 stars because the idea behind it, good. The execution, the actual devotionals, were not that insightful in my opinion, and I didn't get much from reading the commentary, but I did enjoy the stories that were picked out. So 3 stars, it was just mid. It was fine. It was a devotional. That's it. And I only have 2 more books left for this challenge. I have See You Soon and I have Before Beauty. And I've started See You Soon. In fact, I'm going to finish it today. I'm at 92%, but then I haven't started Before Beauty. How long will this video take me to make? It's been way too long. Like, I'm moving back to school and this is not done. And I've had these books picked out since before I left school in late April. So we need to get a move on this. Hopefully soon. After today, I'll have 1 more book to go. I'll tell you once I finish it. Well, I'll probably give you an update in like a few days, but you'll eventually hear my review, is the point. Oh boy, do I have a funny story for you. So I did in fact finish See You Soon that day that I filmed that clip. And then I guess I completely forgot to film a review for it. That's great. I'm editing this video now and I'm like, oops. So See You Soon, I gave it 2.5 stars. In this one, we're following this woman. She has kind of gotten out of her hometown. She doesn't have good memories from there, but her best friend from childhood, I guess, does she email her one day? I think she emails her and she's like, I'm in trouble, you need to come here. So she goes to the small town and her friend is missing. So she's trying to solve the mystery of that. I don't know, it was okay. It was really confusing at times. The writing was not top quality. Ooh, I kind of hate the twist that this video has taken because I feel like I'm just saying bad things about books and it's not my fave. But you know what? I did read this book and it's gone now. And that's what matters, really. It happened. I finally finished the last book for this vlog, which was Before Beauty, which is this Beauty and the Beast retelling that I gave 2 whole stars. I don't think I need to really tell you the plot of a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I have to say, I didn't like the writing style. I wasn't interested. I didn't care about the characters at all. I didn't believe in their love. And I also felt like maybe unintentionally there were some weird thoughts floating around about physical disabilities in this book. So I don't know. I just didn't really care for it, and that's fine because it means it can stop haunting me on my Kindle and no longer be an unread book. So I have to say that unfortunately the only one of these that I really enjoyed was Life of Pi. Listen, these free ebooks just didn't hit, but oddly enough, that has not deterred me from trying all my other free ebooks because what if those do hit, you know? And so the challenge will continue. We'll pick a different theme next time. It'll be all good. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. And I want you to comment down below 2 things. 1, what type of book should I tackle for my next Kindle Clear Out challenge? And 2, how many unread Kindle books do you have? And subscribe for more bookish and college lifestyle content. And until next time, bye humans, bye!